and welcome to Supreme Success Online Lectures. My name is Adetono Oluwafemi and I'll be taking accounting. Today we'll continue in our discourse on types of cash book. In our previous class, we looked at the single column cash book where it records only either the cash or the bank and not the two together. Today we will be looking at the double column cash book, which combines both the cash and the bank on a single cash book. A double column cash book is a book of record that combines both cash and bank together on a single cash book. And of course, this cash book is important because it helps us to know the total of our cash and our bank at a glossary look. Just by looking at the cash book, one can easily tell that this is the total of the cash book and this is the total of the bank. As a way of format, the double column cash book has this format where we have on the debit side, we have the date, we have the particular, then we have the folio, we have the cash, and we have the bank. And then on the credit side also we have the date, we have the particular, the folio, the cash, and of course the bank. And you see the naira sign under the cash and the bank, and also on the other side. One of the errors that students commit in trying to solve the problem of double column cash book is when information or amount relating to bank is given to cash and that relating to cash is given to the bank. Even though that may not eventually affect the trial balance, a topic which we are going to be doing in our subsequent lectures, but it is a fundamental error which the examiner is going to penalize the student for. So in this section, we shall be illustrating the double column cash book. How is the double column cash book, how is it treated? And that's what we are going to be looking at and we are going to be treating in this section. So we have an illustration that we are going to quickly handle, and as the solution goes on, all the other features that are peculiar to the double column cash book, which are not related to the single column cash book, shall be discussed along the line. So the illustration says, write up the two column cash book for Balogun Enterprise from the following. 1st of May, the balance that are brought down, we have cash in hand 560, we have cash at bank 23,560. And then on the 2nd of May, rent paid by check 400. Check. So you notice that unlike in the first example of single column cash book where we only have cash all through, but in this case you can see that the transactions are identified with either cash or bank, and sometimes check can also be used to represent bank. So we have rent paid by check 400. On the 3rd of May we have paid for postage cash 50 naira. 5th of May bought a new car for 1,950 cash. 7th May paid rates by check 1,560. On 10th May cash sales 740. On 11th May cash drawings by proprietor. Drawings by proprietor cash 200. On the 15th May, cash paid into bank 600. Cash paid into bank this is a special transaction which we shall be explaining as we go on in our study. 17th May, we paid Okon by check 750. 19th May, we draw 2,000 naira from bank for business use. May 21st, cash sales paid directly into the bank 1,110 naira. 24th May, Tiamiyu paid us 1,500 cash. May 29, John paid us by check 790. So these are the transactions that are related and peculiar to the month of May for Balogun Enterprise, which we are going to quickly illustrate using the two-column category. So, like we said in the previous class, the ability to be able to score high in solving any accounting question is paying attention to details, and it starts from the name. So this is the name, Balogun Enterprise Cash Book for the month of May, and then we have the debit sign and we have the credit sign, and then this is the format, and then we label it. So here we have the date. Here, of course, the particular is still here. Here we have the folio, we have the cash here, and of course we have the bank. The Naira sign is under both the cash and the bank. And of course on the other hand too, we have the date, and then we have the particular, we have the folio, we have the cash, and we have the bank. The Naira sign is still under the cash and the bank column. So this is an example of a double column cash transaction. So we take the transaction one after the other. So on the 1st of May, the illustration says balance brought down, cash in hand 560, cash at bank 23,560. So that's on the 1st of May. May is the 5th month of the year. So brought down, so we have our balance brought down from the previous month, okay, and then here we have for cash 560 and for bank 23,560. 23,560. All right, so this is the balance brought down. On the 2nd of May, paid rent by check. So money is going out, but then you take note of the check, which signifies bank. On the 2nd of May, paid rent by check. So we have rent, and then of course we have check 400 under the bank. Right? Then on the 3rd of May, paid for postage in cash. 3rd of May, paid for postage, cash. And the amount is 50 naira. 50 naira. On the 5th of May, bought a new car for 1,950 cash. On the 5th of May, bought a new car, 1,950 cash. All right. Then on the 7th of May, paid rate by check. On the 7th of May, paid rates by check. And the amount is 1,560. 1,560. On the 10th of May, cash sales. All right, money is now coming into the organization, so it will be debited. Cash sales on the 10th of May, and the amount for the cash sales is 740 naira. Is a cash sales, so it will be under the cash column. On the 11th May, we have cash drawings by proprietor. This cash drawing by proprietor is the business money is going out of the organization. Okay, so on the 11th of May, it will be drawings. The proprietor withdrew from the organization and it is cash, 200 cash. And then we move on to the 15th of May, cash paid into bank. Cash paid into bank. Okay? And this is a special transaction. And it is normally recorded under the contra entry record. And this cash paid into bank is a form of transaction where the double entry of a particular transaction, remember that we said in our previous class that double entry is defined as where we have a debit entry on one side and a corresponding credit entry on another side. And we said that for every debit entry there is a corresponding credit entry. So there's a debit, so normally when we have an account like this is a cash book, which is only supposed to record one aspect of each of these accounts, and then we have to open the other aspects of these accounts in their other respective accounts. But this particular transaction, cash paid into bank, is a transaction whereby the double entry is completed on the same book of account. One is debited and the other is credited on the same. So the word which is used for this type of transaction is contra. We call it contra entry. And contra is a Latin word which implies that the double entry process for this particular transaction is completed here. So how do we record it now? It's very simple. We have to determine which account is receiving and which account is giving. Don't forget that the debit side is used to record the account that is receiving, while the credit side is used to record the account that is giving. So once we can identify out of these two, cash and bank, the one giving and the one receiving, the problem is solved. So let's look at the transaction again. May 15, cash paid into bank, 600. So this implies that cash is the giver and bank is the receiver. So that case, our bank is receiving a sum of 600 naira from our cash. The bank receives 600. So this is bank, the receiving side. You debit the bank here. Okay, that's on the 15th of May. And our cash is the giver. So he's giving out 600 naira and he's giving that amount to the bank, and that transaction happens on the 15th. So we put the C under the folio in order to show anyone that is looking at this cash book, we have to understand that this C means that this transaction is completed on this cash book, which means we will not need to go and open another account for cash or another account for bank. Both are here and this transaction is completed. Unlike the rest, where we still have to open for sales, we still have to open for rent, for postage, for car, for rate, for drawings, and for the others, that once we see a contra entry like this, which means that the transaction is completed on that particular ledger, then it carries the C mark. And the C stands for contra entry, not complete, contra. Now, let's move on. On the May 17th, we paid Okon by check. Okay, on the 17th, So we pay Okon. Okon is our creditor. So we pay him by check, which is 750 naira. 750 naira. And on the 19th of May, we withdraw 2,000 from bank for business use. This is another example of a contra entry. They only try to say it in a different way in order to confuse the students. But we need to note that sometimes when the transaction says withdraw 2,000 from bank for personal use, then it becomes drawing. Because once it is for personal use, then it means that it is the proprietor that is making use of that money and not the business. But once it is for business use, then it is a contra entry. So we are going to use the same method that we use for this. So let's find out who is giving and who is receiving. We drew 2,000 from bank for business use. Okay, so this transaction means that bank is the giver. Bank is the one who surrendered 2,000 for business use. And when business will collect the money from bank, it collected it through cash. Okay, so cash is the receiver and bank is the giver. So we have here 2,000 naira. Cash received 2,000 from bank. Okay, 19th of May. And here we say that the bank is the giver. Okay, so bank gave 2,000 naira to cash on the 19th of May. This is very interesting for us to note. Okay, so and we go on to May 21st. May 21st, cash sales paid directly into the bank. Now we need to be careful with this type of transaction. Look at it, cash sales. It is a cash sales, but it is paid directly into the bank, which implies that this cash sales was not recorded in the cash account. So that goes on to say that on the 21st, so we have our sales here, but instead of putting it under the cash, no, it was paid directly into the bank. So they didn't collect the money in cash, it was paid directly into the bank. On the 24th of May, Tiamiyu also paid us 1,500 naira cash. On the 21st of May, we received from Tiamiyu. Tiamiyu is our debtor. He paid us a sum of 1,500 naira cash. On the May 29th, the last transaction for this month, John also paid us by check. On the 29th of May, John paid us by check, and he paid us the sum of 790 naira. Wow! So we have finally come to the end of this illustration. And then there's a need for us to balance this account and find out what is the remaining balance in the cash column and in the bank column. There's a need for us to do that. And just like I said in the previous class, a glossary look at this table will show us which side will be more. So here we have 23,000. Okay, so even with that, the bank with this side will be more than this. And then in this side, this is 2,000, this is 1,500. We just have only 1,950 here, which means this side will also be greater than that other side. Which means that the closing balance, which is the balance carried down, will be on this side for this transaction. Okay, and so on the 31st, as we close this, our illustration, our balance brought down will also be on this side. Okay, so students, you can do me well to help me balance up this, and in the next class, you can tell me what are the balance carried down for each of these column. Do well to subscribe to our channel, like this page, and also share. It will bless someone. Thank you.